Naimbag na biga, turista, or should I say, good morning, tourists! Are you all excited with our tour? Okay, well, me too. Let us first do the head count so that we are all complete. Okay, head count starts with you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're all complete. But before we begin, let me first welcome you all in the Heritage Village of the Philippines, Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Vigan City, known as Heritage Village because of its unique for having preserved much of its Spanish colonial character, particularly its grid street pattern and historic urban layout. In behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Mylene Aguilar, your head tour guide, together with my co-tour guides, your handsome and beautiful tour guide for the rest of the days. And with us is our very handsome Captain Gabriel Armano. Say hi to Captain Gabriel Armano. Okay, thank you. We will be your companions for the rest of the days. You can always approach us if you need any help. Anyway, tourists, your expenses cost 12,000 pesos because it includes here your accommodation, transportation, the food and drink, tour guide fee, entrance fee, and the souvenir for this tour. Are those clear to all of you, tourists? Alright, agyamanak, tourists, or thank you. By the way, tourists, here's your itinerary. Can you pass this, please? In terms of our itinerary, our assembly area was in Obimar Resort Hotel after we fetch you here in the Vigan Airport. For our tour, we will witness the mesmerizing beauty of Vigan City, Ilocos Sur, and we have 5 tourist destinations for 5 days. And if you are wondering why we have 5 tour guides, because each of them will going to bring you in every place we are going to visit. The first day of your first destination is we have Cali Crisologo, will be given to you by Miss Ana Marie Bandogo. And for the second day, we will have the Siquio Mansion Museum, will be given to you by Miss Daisy Villacastin. And for the third day, we have the Bantay Church Bell Tower, will be given to you by Mr. Alvin Valeroso. And for your fourth day, the Vigan Cathedral or the Metropolitan Church will be given to you by Miss Daisy Villacastin. And lastly, we have Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone will be given to you by yours truly. But before we begin, there are some friendly reminders and safety precautions that I want you to know so that our tour will be smooth flowing and hassle-free. So kindly keep in mind my reminders. First, don't leave your valuable items unattended and always check your things. Second, smoking and liquor is strictly prohibited during our tour. Third, always wear your IDs for identification in case of emergency. Fourth, I have also with me a first aid kit in case of emergency. Next, always observe body-body system, walk in pairs so that no one will get lost, and follow the itinerary that I gave to you. And lastly, I have here with me 3 flags and a whistle. It indicates signals to catch your attention. And if you see me holding this yellow flag and make a whistle once, it means you may now start roam around the place. And if you see me holding this green flag and make a whistle once, it means you only have 10 minutes left to enjoy the place. And lastly, if you see me holding this red flag and make a whistle 3 times, it means your time is up and we need to line up in front of our bus. Is that all clear, tourists? Do you have any questions or clarifications? Alright, so fix yourself and let's proceed to our bus. Alright, tourists, we are now inside the bus. Sit back and relax and please check your valuable things. So let's have a head count first. Okay, head count starts with you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we are all 27, including us, your tour guides, and our bus captain. So now, tourists, we are about to start our very exciting tour. But before we go, let's have our prayer first. Amen! Are you all ready, tourists? Okay, here we go! As a sign of formality, I am Mayina Aguilar, your head tour guide, together with my co-tour guides. And beside me is our coach, Captain Gabriel Armano. He has 8 years experience in driving with a license, and he will make sure he will conduct a safe and happy trip for us. So for your information, our bus plate number is MYL0212 and a color of white. I repeat, the bus plate number is MYL0212 and a color of white. Also, we have CCTV here inside of our bus for your safety and security, and you can also download the Waze or Google Map for you to be aware of our destination. So if you have any questions and clarifications, don't hesitate to approach us so we can help you. While we are on our way to our assembly area, let me introduce to you a brief information about Vigan City. So Vigan City, Ilocos is located here in the Philippines on the west coast of Luzon Island. It's known for its preserved Spanish colonial and Asian architecture, the cobblestone street along with the checkerboard street planning give a clear sign of the European influence in the city's design and construction. Terracotta, shells, wood, lime and stone were brought in from the neighboring regions to give the buildings their distinctive look. Other than the normal houses, tourists can visit significant buildings which represent the multicultural influences. They also had a delicious food and delicacies. Because of its charm, it has been inscribed as one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These include several museums built in memory of the various national heroes who were born in the town. It has an important coastal trading post during the pre-colonial era. The Chinese junks sailed through the Mestizo River prior to the arrival of the Spanish galleons. Seafaring merchants bartered exotic food from the various parts of the Asia with that of gold, beeswax, and other products from the Philippines. Eventually, a few Chinese immigrants settled in Vigan. It was in 1572 when the first Spanish colonial settlement was established in Vigan. In 1595, the first diocese was established and its first bishop was named, and more than 4 centuries later, this historic town was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Philippines. It was also named as the first component city of Ilocos in 2001. Aside from being a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Vigan is also one of the new 7 Wonder Cities of the world during the selection in 2014.
Good morning, tourists! Or should I say, naimbag a bigat turista? Welcome to Vigan Calcrisologo, the tale of war and love. And in behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Anna Marie, or you can call me Anne, your tour guide for today. And when regards to our rules and regulations, first, smoking is strictly prohibited inside the bus. Second, we always follow the itinerary given to you, so always stay with the group. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call my attention. Is that clear, tourists? Yeah! Okay, good. Hey, tourists, in terms of our itinerary, our assembly area was in Obimar Resort Hotel. Okay, tourists, let me remind you our friendly reminders. First, don't leave your valuable things unattended. Second, put your trash into a proper disposal. Third, always wear your IDs and synchronize your time to my time so no one will left behind. Now, our first spot will be the Calcrisologo, where we're going to ride a horse carriage or kalesa and learn more about the place's history, buy souvenirs, and take a lot of photos. And also, we're going to have a lunch at Herencia Restaurant. Let's do the hand counts first. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we are all 27, including me and our coach, Captain. So, tourists, we are now traveling to Calcrisologo. Calcrisologo is a street of all old Spanish structures, mostly houses of wealthy families and Filipino-Chinese traders. This is where you'll see the famous cobblestone street that represents Vigan's image. Known to many, the name Calcrisologo Iloilo in 1572. The street served as the commercial hub in the entire northern Luzon and was established even before the gallant trade. Cal Crisologo, also called Kasanglayan or Place of the Chinese, which was the business center of foreign migratory traders, including Chinese, Spanish, Japanese, Mexican, and other European businessmen. According to Tales Cal Crisologo love story, two love affairs between Filipina and Japanese officers blossomed during World War II. The first was between Belen Castillo and Major Sakae Narioka, and the second included was Adela Tolentino and Captain Fujiro Takahashi. Both couples got married. Okay, tourists, we are now here in our first spot, the Cal Crisologo. A reminder, tourists, if you heard me whistling once, that means you can take pictures and roam around. But if you heard me whistling twice, while waving my flag, that means your time is ended. Is that clear, tourists? Okay, good. Okay, tourists, your time is ended and we need to proceed to Herencio restaurant to have our lunch.
Hi tourists! By the way, I'm Mylene. I'm your head tour guide and I'll be the one who will accompany you here in Herencio restaurant. But before that, let me give you some information about this restaurant. Herencio restaurant is one of the most popular restaurants here in Ilocos. They also known as the home of the original pinakbet pizza. It sounds interesting, right, tourists? That's their one of the special dish here in Ilocos that even tourists like you come back here and try the pinakbet pizza all over again. From serving international plates, they decided to introduce fusion flavors as well as Ilocano plates to the public. Slowly but surely, that's the birth of pinakbet pizza. From serving international pizzas, the people behind Herencio thought of introducing the Ilocano viand with a twist. Pinakbet pizza was soon discovered and many media sites began covering the stories and the unique flavors of this pizza. You're all wondering, right? From the typical food of pinakbet, they come up with the idea to make it a pinakbet pizza. The famous pinakbet pizza, which uses the typical pinakbet vegetables like eggplant, tomato, string beans, and bitter melon, has a slightly bitter and salty finish. And because they are committed to serving the original pinakbet pizza, every single vegetables on top are freshly delivered every day, and ingredients are sourced locally. So here is how the pinakbet pizza is made. So here are the ingredients and procedure. Water spinach, string beans, okra, ampalaya, green chili, small red onion, cloves of garlic, eggplant, and tomato. Boil the water and you need to add the string beans, okra, ampalaya, and the eggplant. Then after in a minute, blanch it in a cold water. And for the sauce, you will also need the all-purpose cream together with the bagoong shrimp paste. Then add some ground black pepper, mix it together until well combined. And put it in the pre-made pizza crust, add some mozzarella cheese, and put all the vegetables in the pizza crust, then add more cheese on the top of it, and bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes until the cheese melted. So this is now the final product, the pinakbet pizza. Enjoy eating, tourists! We also try their other foods here, like the crispy dinuguan. This classic Filipino viand is often served in liquid and softly boiled meat. But Herencio's take on the dinuguan is a crispy version that perfectly crunches on your mouth as you savor the sour pig bloods too. You may also like their bagnet. Herencio's bagnet is not like any other dish. It has an even distribution of the fat and the meat, plus it is both crunchy and soft at the same time. You may also try their poke-poke. It is a creamy and salty finish that has a perfect balance of the egg and the eggplant. And because Herencio has been here for a long time now, their success was also extended to the restaurant who made their own versions of the famous pinakbet pizza. But one must never forget where the roots came from. It always starts here, and the best of pinakbet pizza will always be
Okay,
here.
tourists, we are all done eating our lunch and we need to proceed to your hotel for you to rest. But before that, I have some question to all of you. Did you enjoy your food? Yeah! Okay, good. Okay, before we go, just check your valuable items. And let's do the hand counts. 1, 2, 3, 27. Okay, we are all complete. Thank you, tourists. So, tourists, this is the end of our tour for today. Hope to see you again soon. Bye, tourists!
Naimbag na bigat tourists in behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour. I am Daisy, your second tour guide for your second day tour. And this is our bus captain, Sir Gabriel Armano. Say hi to Sir Gabriel! Time check, it's already 8:30 a.m. and I believe you are already done eating your breakfast. Before of that, let me have some friendly reminders before going to our destination. First, do not leave your valuable things unattended. Second, always wear your IDs for your identification in terms of emergency. Third, throw your garbage properly in proper disposal. Fourth, I have 3 flags here, tourists. When I raise this green flag and whistle 1 time, it means you can start to roam the area. And when I raise this orange flag and whistle 2 times, it means 10 minutes left. And when I raise this red flag, tourists, and whistle 3 times, it means time's up. And you need to go back to the hotel so you can have your lunch. And lastly, always be with your group. Is that clear, tourists? Alright, thank you. Let's have a head count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're all complete including me and our bus captain. Now tourists, we are now heading to our second destination for the second day. Let me share with you a brief background about the place. The Siquia Mansion is a wonderful example of bahay na bato, architecture prevalent during the later Spanish colonial era. It is located at Quirino Boulevard, Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. The typical structure consisted of a ground floor made of stone or brick and mortar with the upper floors of wood. No cement, no hollow blocks, no steel bars, no blueprints either. This mansion was built using a craftsman expert eye and traditional building materials. It was built in 1830 by the Anco family and was given as dowry by the Justo Anco on his daughter Estefania's marriage to Gregorio Siquia in 1875. Over time, Gregorio and Estefania added to and altered the mansion to fit their growing family, and so also did their descendants. At present, the Siquia Mansion operates a museum displaying the architecture and significant family heirlooms as artifacts and testimony to affluence of the family during the Spanish colonial era in the 19th century Philippines. The government recognized the heritage home as one of the oldest bahay na bato in the city of Vigan as an UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tourists, welcome to Siquia Mansion Museum, where you can learn about the mansion, take a look of the preserved things inside, and you can also buy a souvenir here. But before that, my friendly reminds to check your valuable things, wear your IDs, and all the time, be careful when you are inside the mansion. Okay, tourists, you may start roam around the mansion. Enjoy! Okay, tourists, 10 minutes left. already done here, we need to proceed to our hotel so you can have your lunch. Before we go inside the bus, please check your valuable items and let's have a head count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright! We are all complete including me and our bus captain. Tourists, that we are heading to our hotel, did you enjoy your activities inside the mansion? Alright! Did you learn about the history of the mansion? Okay! Is it nice, right? Alright! Thank you for responding, tourists. Hope you have a wonderful time in the rest of the day. Once again, I am Daisy, your tour guide for today. See you again, tourists! Mabuhay!
Naimbag, Abigat Turista, on behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Alvin Valeroso, your third destination tour guide for today. And let me introduce our coach captain, Gabriel Armano. Say hi to Captain Gabriel. Alright, thank you. For the time duration of our tour is 5 hours, including also your lunch. Time check, it's already 8 a.m. We need to proceed to our destination. But before that, let me share with you my friendly reminders. First, always check your
valuable items.
Second, always wear your IDs for identification in case of emergency. Third, I have here with 2 flags, and when I whistle, when I raise this yellow flag, it means you can enjoy our destination, and when I raise this green flag and make a whistle twice, it means you need to get back into our bus. Our bus is color white and black with the plate number MYL0212. I repeat, our bus is color white and black with the plate number MYL0212. Is it clear, tourists? Before we proceed to our destination, let's have a prayer first. Amen. And let's proceed to the head count. Let's start with you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are all 27, including me and our coach captain. Now I would like to remind our safety rules. First, I am asking you to remain seated until we reach to our destination. Second, drinking alcohol, smoking in public area, littering anywhere is strictly prohibited. And lastly, listen to me when I remind you of something. Don't walk away from our group and obey our safety rules. Today we will visit to our destination, which is Bantay Bell Tower. Okay, so now are you settled? Please fasten your seatbelt, and we are now heading to our destination. We are here to our third destination. I welcome you all to Bantay Bell Tower. It's a centuries-old church that has become a favorite among tourists, located in municipality of Bantay Right. Next to its local church, the Bantay Bell Tower reviews served as a watchtower for the town and for the nervy capital city of the Vigan during the Spanish colonial period, protecting both areas from pirates and other enemies. The Bantay Bell Tower gives tourists a glimpse of Ilocos' colorful history, as the tower has stood firmly on top of the hill since 1591. Not only is the tower an architectural marvel, it's also a lasting symbol of how the area has remained steadfast in the face of various threats, as it was used as watchtower several centuries ago. Bantay Bell Tower offers an unforgettable view of Ilocos Sur that you can't miss. You will need to go up several sets of stairs for the full experience, but the view at the top is more than worth it. So now, tourists, to my friendly reminders, don't leave your valuable items unattended. Always wear your IDs for identification in case of emergency. Walk by first, don't go anywhere alone. Throw your garbage in a proper disposal. And lastly, watch your steps as we go upstairs. Are we clear, tourists? Okay, thank you. Whistle once and raise a yellow flag so tourists We now enjoy the breathtaking view and do some photo taking. Whistle twice and raise green flag. Alright, tourist, time check. It's already 11:30. We need to go so we can have lunch at Studio Cafe. But before that, please do check your things before we leave. And let's do the head count first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are all complete. Thank you for responding, tourists. Tourists, are you all good? How about the foods that we have? Is it good? Excellent. Now we are going back to your hotel so you can have a rest. Let's do head count first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are all complete. Thank you. Hope to see you soon again.
Naimbag Bigat Tourist in behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Daisy, your 4th destination tour guide for today. Our tour duration will consist of 4 hours. Time check, it's already 7:30 a.m. So I believe tourists, you're already done eating your breakfast, right? So before we proceed to our destination for today, let's do the head count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright! 27 including me and Coach Captain. Thank you for your cooperation, tourists. And now, we are heading to our destination. Just sit back and relax and witness the beauty of St. Paul Cathedral. I have 3 flags here, tourists. When I whistle 1 time and raise this green flag, it means you can start to tour the area. And when I whistle 2 times and raise the orange flag, it means 10 minutes left. And when I whistle 3 times and raise the red flag, it means time's up. Short background about St. Paul Metropolitan Cathedral. St. Paul Metropolitan Cathedral is also known as the Vigan Cathedral. It is a Roman Catholic cathedral in Vigan. It is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site declaration for the historic town of Vigan. When Juan de Salcedo came to Vigan, he renamed the town to Villa Ferdinandina in honor of the young son of King Philip II. Upon the orders of Salcedo in 1574, the first temporary church of Vigan was built out of wood and thatch. With Salcedo is Augustinian priest Alonso de Alvarado, who first attempted to Christianize the Ilocos region. The need of the construct a permanent church and convent in Vigan was decided by the Augustinian chapter on April 30, 1575. It became the first parish in northern Luzon. The plans to construct the church failed since in 1577, the Augustinians vacated Ilocos. The Franciscans then became to Ilocos with Father Sebastian de Baeza, as priest of Vigan. In 1591, the supervision was transferred to the secular clergy. Father Gabriel de la Cruz became the first secular priest of Vigan until 1598. When the Augustinians returned to Ilocos in 1586, they also handled Vigan alternately with the secular clergy. On February 14, 1622, Vigan was officially transferred from the Augustinians to the secular. During your visit in the cathedral, things you can do. You will witness the beauty, structure of the church. You will feel the vibe of Spanish era upon entering the church. Okay, tourists, you can start to tour the area. Okay, tourists, 10 minutes left. Okay, tourists, time's up. Okay, tourists, let's do the head count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 27 including me and Coach Captain. We are now heading back to our hotel. But before this tour will end, let's do the game first. If anyone can answer my question, you will get a prize. Is that okay, tourists? Alright, here's my question. My question is, the first temporary church of Vigan is built out of what? Okay, you, Miss Francesca, you got the correct answer. It was built of wood and touch. Okay, Miss Francesca, here's your prize. Alright, tourists, we are now here at the Ovina Resort Hotel for your lunch. After your lunch, you can take a rest, tourists. Thank you for your response, tourists. So, tourists, this is the end of our tour for today. How was the tour, tourists? Alright! Once again, I am Daisy, your tour guide for today. Hope to see you again, tourists. Mabuhay!
Naimbang nga bigat, turista! In behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Maylina Aguilar, your 5th day destination tour guide for today. For the time duration of our tour for today,
7 hours.
it also included there your lunch later at Bronx Ramen. Time check, it's already 7:50 a.m. and I believe you're already done eating your breakfast. And I know that you're all excited about our tour for today. But before that, I have to tell you our safety reminders. First, always check your belongings. Second, always wear your IDs for identification in case of emergency. Third, be mindful of your own garbages. Don't throw it anywhere. And lastly, please be with your group and don't go anywhere alone. Are we clear, tourists? Okay, Agmanayak tourists. Also, let's do head count first. Head count starts with you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we are all complete, including me and your bus captain. Time check, it's already 8 a.m. And always remember that our bus color is white with a plate number of MYL0212. I repeat, our bus plate number is MYL0212 with a color of white. Also, I have here with me 3 flags with different colors and a whistle. It indicates signals to catch your attention. And if you see me holding this yellow flag and make a whistle once, it means you may now start room around the place. And if you see me holding this green flag and make a whistle once, it means you only have 10 minutes left to enjoy the place. And lastly, if you see me holding this red flag and make a whistle 3 times, it means your time is up and we need to line up outside the car bus. Is that all clear, tourists? Okay, Agmayanak tourists. While we are heading to our last destination, let me share with you the description of this place. So, Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone is located at Barangay Banawang, Bantay, Ilocos Sur. The Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone, it is an adventure center at the boundary of the towns of Bantay and Santa. Near the bus card pretty old Quirino Bridge is the newest attraction in the side of Ilocos Sur. Owned, built, and operated by the provincial government, it was fully operational since December 22, 2011. When we get there, we will experience the reclining and rappelling balls, kayak center, zorb boat, giant swing, and its 400-meter-long zip line that crosses the upper river. It mostly caters to adrenaline junkies and adventure freaks, and it's perfect for local and international tourists wanting a bit more than visiting museums and cobble streets of nearby Vigan city. And also, a 15 minutes drive away. They also offer rock climbing and rappelling at the Rocky Mountains of Banawang and a giant swing. Sounds exciting, right, tourists? Well, exactly. Welcome to Ilocos Sur Adventure Zone. Are you all excited to experience their activities, tourists? Okay, but before that, I have my friendly reminders to all of you. First, don't leave your valuable items unattended. Second, always wear your IDs for identification in case of emergency. Next, throw your garbages in a proper disposal. And lastly, be careful of your steps. Always listen to the reminders and be with your group. Don't go anywhere alone. Is that all clear, tourists? Okay, Agyamanap tourists for responding. Okay, tourists, you may now enjoy the activities here. Alright, tourists, time check. It's already 11:30 a.m. It's sad to say that we're already done here, but before we go inside the bus, let's have a head count first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're all complete. Agyamanak tourists, and now we need to go for you to have lunch in the Bog's Ramen House. Who loves to eat ramen? Exactly, me too. Tourists, did you enjoy your food? Okay, how about the activities that we had lately? Okay, Amayana for the response, tourists. Because of that, you can have your rest first, then later on, we will have our dinner and also our short briefing. So see you in a bit, tourists! Tourists, it is sad to say that this marks the end of our very informative tour. Hope that you enjoy your 5 days tour with us. Anyway, tourists, did you enjoy your 5-day tour with us? Did you learn from the cultural and heritage sites here? Alright, Agyamanak tourists, and now I have here with me an evaluation form. Can we pass this, please? So tourists, in our evaluation form, you can write your suggestions or comments regarding of our tour. Also, you can email us in prestigetravel@gmail.com, or you can visit our Facebook page, Prestige Travel and Tour. We have a contact number here if you want to have an advance reservation. Agmayanak tourists, and lastly, before we finally end this tour, we have a souvenir from our agency that we're going to give it to you. This souvenir will always remind you that you had an unforgettable experience in the tour. Here it is. In behalf of Prestige Travel and Tour, I am Mylene Aguilar, your head tour guide, together with my co-tour guides, and beside me is Captain Gabriel. I would like to thank all of you for choosing us to be part of your very unforgettable journey. I hope to see you again in your future tours, and have a safe trip back home. So tourists, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time. Again, this is Mylene, signing off. Agmayanak and Pakada tourists.